not convinced he listens anymore, but Cole certainly does.
It actually gets frustrating when I listen after the fact and I'm actually still talking to you fuckers.
We are live, just FYI.
Well, yeah, okay, I said it.
Are we are live, Michael?
See,
I can start with it's Tuesday night. It's MPG night. And we have the man himself, Michael Parnaby. Yes, with Brett Hennick on tonight, there'll be no phone calls to distract the Master Mick himself. Finally, last week, the battle is won. Or sort of. Dahlgren was dead, Barrett was down, Von Aston was gone, with Charity impugning that Von Aston had deserted yet another party. But they regroup at Girt Guard, and the cleric there, Jimmy Rothbrook Jr., raises Dahlgren while the heroes rest. They then return to Skiergard and destroy the Svarthram building, or the creatures within, and then they've returned to their camp to rest. And so we haven't got to rest yet. We are at about to rest, with anyone willing to ask whatever questions they would like. It certainly looks like, in general, Dahlgren only has small damage and would heal it overnight. You guys went to a different campsite because your last one was interrupted by a huge force of frost creatures. What would you like to do?
I'd like to know where we are.
So you were at a camp a few hours away from Skiergard, but when you rested only a few days ago, a huge bunch of frost creatures attacked, and I think that combat took a little bit of, or a tiny bit of, 2 nights ago, all of the last, 3 nights ago, all of 2 nights ago, and then into last week. And that was pretty severe on the party, and you have regrouped at a different campsite now.
Is it abandoned?
You have abandoned your old one, just where you had stuff.
I mean, where we are now.
Where you are now is a new campsite. It's theatre of the mind stuff, in the sense that it's not on a map. It's just still.
Is it abandoned, or is this our campsite? Have we stumbled upon this campsite, or?
No. You've set this one up. Sorry, okay. Dave. Yeah, you've set this one up in a different direction, a few hours away, because Girt Guard, the village, is even further away, and presumably you don't want to drag the giants into there. You've certainly continued to cause sabotage damage to the village, amongst some other outrage as well. And I don't think the last building has been marked off, but it does have something over the top of it on the image of Skiergard, which is a circle, because you use silence regularly to keep the noise down. You went there, I think, at night, and you have returned, and it's really just a case of whether you want to rest. If you don't rest, a number of you will probably get fatigue unless you have magic to cater for that, or whether there are other things you would wish to do.
I think we should definitely rest.
Resting sounds quite important at this current stage of the year.
I think Dahlgren has create food and water.
I've got purify food and drink. I don't see create food and water.
So that's what we were doing when we took the villages.
He did do that when you took all the villages, and he may have reverted it when you went back to your camp, or he may never have put it on his sheet because he just thought, well, I'm only doing it for a short while, and that's why he didn't put it in there and keep it in there.
Yeah. And then I asked Dahlgren why on earth he didn't keep it in there, knowing that.
Well, he can certainly do it for tomorrow. You can wake up with Dahlgren having those spells.
Look, I'd love to answer that question.
Yes, well.
And we'll leave it at that.
You're not as in tune with your ash as you'd like to be.
Dahlgren, if you don't mind, I would like your input as to what we should do next in the giant encampment.
Well, clearly we need to find the giants and slay them, don't we?
There's too many.
Okay.
So many giants.
Well, we could lure out one at a time.
Andrew, did you want to share the map with Dolgan.
Oh.
I've got the map. We're in the
So this
When
one
you
is the
start
large
like-
layout of the village, and there's one as the background, which is a sort of a 3D version. But essentially, there are so many giants, it's hard to take them. It's impossible to take them on one at a time. So you have been striking key buildings in the village in an attempt to drive them out, thinking that, well, this is, there's no point in being here if everything is being destroyed. So you have destroyed it. Yes.
So the 2-year-old artwork on this map those are the buildings we've scrubbed out.
That is it. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
The new one hasn't been marked though. The one we did
No,
at
it's
the end.
got the circle over it. That's up
Which
here.
building? Which building are we in right now?
Well,
The one you're
none of
putting
them.
in?
We're
You are-
quite
you
far
are-
away.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
cool.
You're about to rest. So sometimes you did stuff in the day. Mostly you've done stuff at night because frost giants can't see in the dark. But they have had wolves that can scent, and they've had trolls as well that can see in the dark.
Terity walks up to Narok, probably interrupting him polishing his weapon furiously. Excuse me, Narok. It's not. I don't know too much about the animal kind, and ranges. But I'm of on the understanding that you're somewhat on the same empathic level.
Some rangers are.
What do you like, or with wolves?
I do like to kill them and wear their skins.
Would you be impartial to trying to befriend them and desert the encampment?
Well, to be honest, that's not one of my fortes. My skill is more working with my team than actually working with animals.
Okay.
The same thing.
That's
Well, depending who we're looking at, yes.
that's right.
Yes, Dolarion, 100%.
we turn and point to the dwarves.
Dirty full bloods, I don't know. See what I did there? Yeah? Yeah, I thought you like
That
that.
was nice.
Well done.
You and Bigglesworth would be right on the same page.
Ooh.
Well, I'm sure, Terity, as you walk up, you might even hear Narok muttering, because Narok, while you're unconscious, Bigglesworth had fed a potion to you at the insistence of your mother. You're not quite certain how that happened, but obviously he's a powerful wizard, presumably. But it's almost like thinking Terity's comment about Von Aston has deserted the party. Maybe Von Aston's the bad guy. And just maybe Bigglesworth, for healing you, Bigglesworth's the good guy. Could that be right? That Bigglesworth is in fact the good guy here?
Yeah, it's a bit of a conundrum, honestly, and Narok's obviously talking about himself in the third person once again, but he is perplexed by what has gone on and needs to ponder, probably.
Yeah.
Because he's not very comfortable with that. He's only just come to grips that, the white, short, old, scruffy pedo was bad, and now he possibly could be good again, and he's banging my mom. I've got no idea.
Yeah,
what's going on,
exactly.
so,
Exactly.
yeah, as a poor half orc, he's a bit perplexed.
And you know that Michael would never create a bad character. So
This is the thing.
evil is not in his nature.
Are you confusing me with Ash? Sorry.
Yeah, this
That's-
is strong with this one.
That's certainly true. Ash and his Sith lords that refuse to do anything bad. Well, we can go into rest then if that is it. It would.
Hang on.
No?
No, that's not it. Well, if we can scratch that, we could just flat out attack the wolves on the morrow, or do the same to the drakes.
I think probably the wolves would be a good call. The only concern Narok has is in regard to how close on the map the little blue tents might be, but in reality it's probably a good way just to go in and cause a ruckus, so
you have some mechanisms for at least keeping you silent.
I think Charity might be onto something.
He's on something. But yes.
Any giant he can.
It's not just giants.
That's not just giants.
Yeah, no, he's an equal opportunity shagger, really.
Very much so. Very much so. Well, Narok, if you'd like to make a watch check.
That would be a thing once I get to the thing and drop it in the thing.
We'll assume Barrett is next.
God damn it.
Barrett, you've got such a high effect. You stay awake, but you are again visited by your sort of friend, the Red Dragon Naximara, who wants to know. He said he can see that you have had a substantial effect on the village, and that the fact they sent such a large force shows they're worried. But the frost giant with the scythe who took Von Aston has different aims rather than the rest of the village, and is probably something that will need to be tackled once you get the village to disintegrate as such. Mm-hmm. But he said, do you have any questions or concerns you have about structures still within the village?
What is... It looks like a camel down in the bottom left-hand corner.
A camel?
Maybe.
Which building would you...
Bottom left-hand corner.
Bottom... the building?
Yes. With all the blue shit out the front of it.
Oh, this one? Here?
Yes.
So that's the second... There's 2 frost giant encampments, and that's the second one. So there's like hundreds of frost giants and other giants in there as well.
Excellent. Good. No, otherwise I think...
Barrett, you could ask the other guys as well, because I'm assuming that you have talked about stuff around the campfire, and obviously you, as Dave Smith, have not been here as well.
That's true. Should I see him? Do you want me to ask anything of Naximara, whatever his name is? Naximara.
Yes.
Anybody? Anyone want to know any... Wait, I've lost my accent.
It's gone done, fell off.
I'm a bit more hoity-toity these days. No, no. Do you fuckers want me to ask him anything? I guess not.
See what he knows about the wolf pack leader.
All right. Do you know anything about the wolf pack leader, or where the wolf pack lives?
Yes, in the caves, and he points them out, which are there.
The little caves.
You know, and he says, Renfeg is their leader, a huge divine guardian of winter wolf madness, but has the pack front of mind, and you might be able to convince Renfang to keep his pack safe. You have caused some damage, you have killed some wolves, but you would have to promise not to endanger any more of the pack, and you might be able to convince Renfang to stay his pack. But otherwise, you should defeat Renfang first, and the rest will flee. The winter wolves, that is.
Is there a way to separate him from the rest of the giants?
Well, they're in the caves, so it's only the winter wolves in their caves. So you can attempt to call him out, lure him out.
Maybe we can just... Maybe we could just block off the caves somehow. Oh no, I've gone all northern.
What's wrong with you?
Northern?
I don't know what's going on with my accent.
Are you having a stroke?
He's
I
a little.
think-
He's accent flexible.
It's both
That's the
hands tonight.
This
Alright.
lowlands Scottish, or do you think
Right.
you're descending lower?
Oh, aye. The Mars in the garden.
Passing Yorkshire,
aye.
by gum.
By gum. It's what was the show? Scrapyard. Scrap Heap Challenge. They always had people from the Northlands on there.
Mm-hmm.
She's got huge tracts of land.
Yes.
All right. It's good to know. Good to know where the wolves are, and we can. How keen are these on challenges? Would we have to get
I
close?
think that is their nature. The wolves for challenges, but the pack is all, and Renfang will protect the pack. If Renfang suspects weakness, then he will fight. But if you defeat Renfang, the pack will fall. But if you can make a bargain, then the wolves will not interfere. But you must not break whatever pact you make, or they will all come at you.
I think that we've been very. I think that we've been very strong. We've shown them that we are strong. All right. That's good to know. I think that maybe should be our plan of attack.
They still remain scared of the one called Narok.
Well, good thing we've got him on our side then, though, isn't it? Oh. Alright. Apparently, my cold has been playing all sorts of havoc with the accent.
Shenanigans.
Aye, that's rough.
But Naxamura says if there is nothing else, I will visit again. But I believe there is not. If you can separate the wolves, you may want to focus on either the temple, which I believe may well be where your companion is, the temple indicating of Uragathoa, or, and the last thing may well be the Hasir's house or sub-chieftain's house, Greganor.
I think that the chieftain's house is going to be easier to get to. But the temple does sound inviting. Well, next time. Oh, sorry.
No. The temple is the new shrine, given the village has moved from Thremir to Uragathoa. But beyond that, beyond the Wicker Man, lies the true chieftain of this village and the two Scourge, and you will want the village dispersed before you face what is behind those doors.
Mm.
All right. Well, next time you come, give me a bit more warning, and I'll put the kettle on for you. Thank you, Naxmara, as always.
I can heat my own water and sort of lets out a gout of flame into some ice, melts it, heats it up.
You're handy to have around.
Well, okay. Let me go to next on the watch is Terity, who might have wandered off.
Terity has wandered off.
I may just roll for Terity myself because I'm sure I can engineer Terity to fall asleep. Let's see. I think he did, unfortunately. And then it is Dahlgren. Brett, if you could make a fortitude save to stay awake.
Just. Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. I will do night's rest, overnight's rest. There we go. We're on to a new day. Now you know you're a few hours from the village, so I guess it's whether you can either go once it gets dark, get close enough so you get in when dark. Narok and with others, I think with your skills, you know, I'm not going to bother about patrols. I think you see them coming from far enough away.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't, then there would be something special involved. The giants have used magic or something else.
Or he's had an embolism or something. Yeah, that's cool.
But if you want to, you tell me. If you say no, we're going to go in daylight. This is how we're going to do it. Or you say no, we'll wait till night, and then this is what we're going to do at night. You guys have that discussion. Happy to answer any questions.
But based on that, we were going to be looking at attacking these wolves first.
Probably the best option.
Yep, that does remove, if you're successful either in attack or negotiation, you remove the wolves, which are the ones that can scent you out even when you're invisible, and obviously at night are a worry.
Yeah, we've got some dwarves in the party, so we probably smell.
Aye, but giants are afraid of us.
Yes, what it would be.
Yeah, look, Norek's happy to go for the wolves as the next step, because they would be one of the biggest, risks. But we've got, obviously, not including and ignoring the giant, big, frozen, stumpy bastards. But
yeah, well, I guess. Do you want to go during daylight, which is probably a higher risk option, or at night time?
probably at night. Oh, no wonder Territy's quiet. He's not here.
Yes, he's making his 8:30 coffee or tea.
Yeah, probably at night, I would say.
All right. Well, I guess the thing is, what are you going to do to be relatively stealthy? Some of you are extremely stealthy. Baron less so, Dahlgren a lot less so.
Look, my stealth skill has a 5 in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so previously we've done the whole silence on a stone and held that to stop the noise, or minimise the noise of sound for the jingly ones.
Yeah, I can cast that.
But
It's only lasts for 10 rounds though.
other than that, not sure. It'd be sneaking as close as possible and just sort of just hightail it.
Yep. Well, that's all good.
That's usually what we do, isn't it, Charity?
It is, or we cast it on an arrow and you launch it into the creatures.
Yep.
Because I would say, Narok, your shooting last week, I think, was particularly good in terms of hits and damage.
I do my best work when I'm not here.
That's what his wife said too.
Constantly.
Nice.
Which
All right, well,
what were
sorry,
we
go on.
targeting?
Wolves.
Oh yeah, so we're going to lure out the head of the pack of the wolves, the alpha, and make a deal with him
Awesome.
so that they're scared of us, or they run away, or whatever. But we have to honor that, and it means no fucking the wolves.
It's okay. They've got one too many legs.
Right.
Cool. Well, let's go. In the morning? Oh, we've done that and we rested.
You're in the morning, so I think the view was to go at night.
Well, this
extra
will be
layer of
interesting because we have lost my ability to gain dark vision. I will be practically useless, more so than normal.
Look, you can just hold on to me and I can point you in the right direction when the time comes.
Yeah. Okay.
Is obviously you'll be the one that's negotiating with the wolf,
I'm pretty intimidating.
or you can you could do both, words and then threaten of death. That works.
That's true. You could effectively try either of the diplomacy or intimidation options, or some form of handle animal skill.
If I'm doing the diplomacy, I will be like that blind piano player, shaking his head side to side. And his name eludes me.
Stevie Wonder.
That's the one.
Wow.
As I talk.
Well, I have handle animal and intimidate, so I'm happy to go either tract.
Yeah.
You could intimidate it while handling it.
I usually do.
Handle it in an intimidating way.
Yeah.
How about we go into it with the intimidate, and then if it looks like it's going south, I'll step in to try and diplomacy our way through it.
Look, it's not that I don't have complete faith in our abilities, but if it does go south, do we know how many?
Go south.
Yeah. Do we know how many wargs there are?
Oh,
No, but we just have to be firm. Just look it dead in the eye and don't run. Don't run from wolves.
No. Okay. It's a good strategy. What could go wrong?
What could probably go wrong?
Yeah. By Torag's hammer.
Sorry, Andrew.
No, I'm just looking through potentials. Yeah.
What, potential new characters once we're all dead? Right?
I'm just looking at the different skill possibilities you could choose, and obviously you guys will decide upon which you have. Your best option, which as I understand it, is intimidate first, then try diplomacy, and they are the two avenues you will pursue.
Sure.
With
I mean,
combat
I've got
being
plus
third.
11.
being like normally in life, you'd be nice first, but then threaten them.
Well, they're wolves.
Yeah, this is true.
They respect power.
Yeah. I'm happy to be led by a dwarf on this. I think it's great.
Does that mean we should, when we first start negotiating, or you start talking to them, we should let you urinate on us?
No, I urinate on them. That's why I'm
Oh, on them.
intimidated.
Okay. See, this is
You
why
always
I
seem to get
should.
that.
This is why you're the diplomat.
I just,
That's why I get on well with wolves.
I've just been dying for
Or
Baron
Germans.
to urinate on me. I thought that was my opportunity.
Well, I can still do it. You better roll diplomacy though,
Oh, you sweet thing.
and I'll have to roll handle animal. Oh, sorry, handle animal.
I have to do that every morning.
For my snake.
That's
Oh,
handle squirrel.
God,
Slithery
We're gonna-
snake.
we're getting off track here.
Okay, so I'll assume it is you make your way sufficiently close to go in at night time. On the way there, just refresh me. What are you doing in the final bit in terms of getting close? Because you will all need to make stealth rolls.
I am not stealthy. I hate to tell you.
Well, you don't have to make stealth rolls. That is true, but you know there would be a high likelihood of discovery, but not.
Sorry,
a
I'm letting
guarantee.
everyone else know that I'm not stealthy. If it wasn't obvious.
Well, we can, when we get close, we have a stone or an arrow that we can shoot away when we need to break the silence.
All right.
What's the duration? Is it minutes? Yeah. So I'll be casting mirror image when we get close. Andrew.
Yes. Because it's minutes. Yep, understood. But I guess the only thing to consider is how are you going to run that with silence?
No, before we do the silence, or when we're within silent range, right before we do silence, I do mirror image.
Okay, understood.
Who's doing the silence? Is that me or someone else doing it?
No, that's on you, buddy.
Okay, so that's only going to be 10 rounds.
And when it runs out, then you cast another one if we need to. Just Give the signal for everyone to stop.
I've only got one.
Yep. So what direction, how do you think you're going to approach, and I'll just show you that the caves these are the ones you're aiming for. What's the rough approach into the village? And you can almost assume you're anywhere around it to decide in that final bit how you're going to get there.
I'd say we're coming in from the south and heading toward the...
Well, you can go either close to the tannery, you can go up this way, or obviously, I mean, they're probably the two closest southern approaches, either one way or the other from the Frost Village, the actual encampment, rather.
Or we could drop military style from the top of the cave.
So you'd have to come around differently. You did at one point when Von Aston was actively in the party, he could take people. He was like a chopper.
Get to the
Von Aston.
Exactly. Dex could call that out. Get to the chopper.
Love it.
I could, if we get within a reasonable range, I could detour us to the point.
Okay.
So I cast my spells, 3 spells. One's 2 minutes, one's 10 minutes. Then we detour with a delayed reaction from Dahlgren to cast silence. As soon as we
So you get there, Dahlgren cast, which will obviously create noise to start with.
very minor.
And then just so you're now silent, you're very close to the cave mouth, which you can do. I'm saying we can progress to that. Just, I guess, you might need to consider what do you think will happen from that point.
Just before...
No, I'm just,
PK.
what are the possible options? Just because you'll have a silence spell around you, you'll be close to the mouths. It's just what you intend to do, noting that all of you at that point are within a 20-foot radius silence zone.
We'd be relying upon the scent, drawing them out.
So the idea is to get them, to draw them out via scent, and then we've got the element of surprise because we're just there, but we're silent.
Yeah. And, well, with Barrett's lovely cologne, we'll probably have no problems drawing them out.
Are you still trying to get me to urinate on you?
I am so hard. Is it bad?
No.
Just as a side note, Andrew, just before I cast the silence, I'll cast full strength on myself.
And that's minutes as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it'll get last for 10 minutes, yeah. I wish.
All right. Well. Yeah. Okay. So I can pursue. Let's say you get there. You can all make stealth checks immediately. Clearly, there's a bit of noise, but there's also just going to be how well you potentially are covering yourselves. Whether, I'm sure Dahlgren will create a mini snowball that'll build and roll down into the Frost Giant encampment. And I would say Dahlgren has certainly exceeded even the standard of low stealthiness that he has previously set to come out with a minus score. He makes Barrett look incredibly stealthy.
Well, I do start with -5, so I'm not surprised.
Ah, all right. That's worse than me.
But needless to say, coming near the cave mouth, and in fact, I'm going to assume you are pretty much front and center in the cave, just because it's going to be easy to plonk these creatures in. I'm going to disable. Oops. Wait. Put that back. Find you guys. Get rid of that token.
Hey, Mick.
Yeah.
So with something like Bull Strength, I cast it, but then I have to manually adjust the bonus to Strength, do I?
Yeah, unless he's got it coded on his character sheet.
Yeah, it didn't seem to do anything, so I guess I'll just add it in manually.
Well, I thought Dahlgren's pretty good about that sort of stuff. So you see two normal size, which is still large, winter wolves flanking a huge winter wolf that you suspect is Renfang, who looks like this.
Puppy.
That's what I was looking for.
You guys are here, and I guess if there are any words or anything happening first, you guys can start whether you want to say something, show an action. They're certainly growling at you.
I step up and I pull out Agramosh. That's not a euphemism. And I say, "Fearless Renfang, our fight is not with you. We don't wish to harm the wolves further."
Now, is this, and I guess it's whether it's an intimidate or a diplomacy roll, or whether you're attempting to use some other skill with that. Whatever it is, if you could make a roll in the tower. I guess if anyone...
Use my animal handling?
You could absolutely use that if you are intending to. I guess whilst there may be some differences in what you add, that doesn't mean that the DC is the same. And I guess you've also got your companions may be able to assist you on some of those things as well.
I really just want to scratch him on the back of the neck.
So I would say anything you're saying is inside a cone of silence.
Oh, so that's entirely unhelpful. So all he's seen is me unsling Agramosh.
Yeah, I would have got Dahlgren to drop it at the entrance.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's at the entrance, which makes some sense. So the stone is at...
Otherwise it's going to be like an episode of Get Smart.
Yes, exactly.
At the same time, it's Charity's elbowing Dahlgren saying, "What's going on? Who's Barrett talking to?"
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you can't actually see. So sorry, you have rolled. Now, is anyone doing anything that might help Barrett, and not that you have to?
I would very much love to try, but I think it's a complete and utter waste of time.
I will.
One charisma is shit. I could do wild empathy, which is great, which a ranger can help improve the initial attitude of an animal. But I roll a d20 and then add his ranger and adds his ranger level and his charisma bonus to determine the wild empathy check result. Now, roll a d20, add 11, then minus my charisma of, well, add my charisma of -2.
Ooh.
So, I'm more than happy to do it, but it does take a minute.
Give it a shot.
Best. Well, we don't have a minute to discuss what's going on.
It's pretty much.
Oh, I see.
So,
But Teredy will run his hands across Dolgan and then feel the naily armor that Barrett tends to wear, and will act submissive to Barrett, and in doing so, roll a knowledge nature roll to try and mimic that of a leader type.
You are assuming the position, waiting for effectively Baron to wheel over you. Is that the case?
Yeah, pretty much.
He makes me look taller as well.
Yeah, and I attempt to assist in doing so.
We're gonna get rid of these wolves just because they're weirded out.
Our kink is not their kink, so they're going to fucking leave.
Well, Charity, look, I do think that helps. I would say, I mean, Barrett, you rolled exceedingly well in any event. You're at the opposite end of the spectrum to what Dolgan rolled for stealth. So, and he really...
else is young.
So certainly you are, potentially surprised that Red Fang does talk common and says, just I'm aware of what you're doing here, and I am worried myself. The village has turned from Thrymir, our god. You see his shrine stands unattended while the false new god of Urigathoa dominates the village. I would be happy to not have my pack assist these unbelievers anymore, but you must promise not to attack any of my pack nor defile Thrymir's shrine.
Aye, we can do that. If none of your pack attacks us, then we will leave the pack in peace.
They will not. They will follow me, and I will be watching you to make certain you do not.
Our fight is not with the wolves.
There may be some of the frost giants that yet worship Thrymir, and it would be good to not harm them, but most, if not any, in important positions, all worship Urigathoa, this goddess of disease and the undead, rather than Thrymir, the true god, the original god, that Skir Cutler turned the village away when she holed herself up in a tomb, and the village has followed this false god since, or false goddess since.
Right, I turn to my group and say, I hope one of you remembers this, because I'll get confused. No fighting Thrymir, alright?
No, we fight Thrymir, defile the altar.
Defile your altar if you're not careful.
Naroka is attempting to take a 5-foot step away from Teredy.
There's yes, well, Narok, that
Thank you.
they're certainly snarling, thinking, who is this little runt?
I whimper.
Narok
and
shows his open hands, nothing in his hands, and just shakes his head. and
I
says,
actually
"Wolves are
just
not our enemy."
slap Teredy. I give him a good backhand to show my
Dominance.
distaste and my dominance, yes.
Give him a
Teredy
growl.
flips over onto his back to bare his stomach
Growl at him.
and whimpers.
I say, forgive us for our strange ways. But if defeating the frost giants is our mutual goal, can you tell us where would be the next best place to strike?
We hate this false goddess. Remove it from the village, and some will at least return to Thrymir, the true god of frost giants, the true god of frost creatures. Not this disgrace, this goddess of necromancers and undead. We are the living.
I may be of fire and you may be of ice, but we share a common understanding of the world. We will
That
destroy
is very
this
true.
shrine of Thrymir.
Slightly out of
That's-
game. That was really well spoken. I'll pay that.
Except they don't want us to destroy this.
No, the
Hey,
one of they do want us to destroy the one of
Urgathoa. The one-
Yes, that's
not
right.
of Thrymir.
No, that's
So-
theirs. But well done.
On your map, the top right is where the Shrine of Thrymir is, which is the one they're talking about that they follow, and
Yeah.
then the one sort of middle top bit to the left is the Urgathoa one. But absolutely, Baron, yes, well done.
Pay that.
All right, let's go crack some fucking skulls then.
So you leave, and yes, that's right. Is that they've Red Fang has said that his pack will not travel on patrols anymore. They will stay in the caves. He's done with supporting this, and you would have got the impression that the village is certainly teetering. I mean, you have done a lot of destruction.
You'd move into that.
And it's still relatively early in the night, so you can either return to your campsite. You have the Stone of Silence out in front of the cave, so you know none of this has come out, or you can do something else.
Shall we run amok?
Well,
Aye.
one, I'm blind. The second thing that comes to mind is I'm blind. The third thing is that Dahlgren only has this one silent stone that lasts a minute.
That's true.
So we're now making noise.
And did I mention I'm blind?
You keep saying that.
I'm going to assume that, yes, by the time you exit the cave, you would not have too long to go, maybe only a couple of rounds, if it only goes for a minute.
How about we plan for the next night and I detour us back out?
Cool. Do that. So, just for clarification, am I pointing green arrow on map? Is that where we're looking at destroying next?
That is the temple that
is the
caused
temple.
Red Fang the most, it seemed as if for the wolves, that's the bit Red Fang hated.
Okay, but
Right.
that's also right near the caves of the
Drakes.
Thank you, Drakes.
Let me
the
just...
frozen bird creature things,
Yeah,
which is also
yeah. I mean, they're up a cliff face, and then obviously the caves are in the wall. That is true.
Oh yeah, looking at. Sorry, I keep forgetting to look at the background map as well. Yes, because that gives the three-dimensional. I reckon we go kick that. Take out the temple. Not tonight.
Tomorrow night sounds good.
So Terry, yes, you've detoured. I'll assume you make your way back to camp.
Charity, do you have the ability to get dark vision for a certain amount of time, or is that something that we need to discuss amongst?
Yeah, unfortunately, I am incapable of supplying. The only way I could see at night is with assisted light. More than happy, though, to tie myself to someone, and they guide me through.
Is that before or after we leave camp? Just trying to get a picture of what's happening.
Oh, sorry, I was just enjoying that picture you put into my head.
No dramas. Always here to help.
Yeah. we have to invite Baron, though, because he owes me a urination.
Right, all right.
I got
Don't
nothing.
drink any yellow snow.
I don't even.
But like, are you coming to my urination?
Said King Charles.
I'm more than happy to wait here at camp, as I will probably be the opposite to a benefit. A hindrance.
Hindrance.
Yes.
Now, I will just point out, inside any of the buildings where there have been frost giants, there are torches or lanterns because frost giants can't see in the dark.
So, once we get in, you're perfect. And
Yeah, but
even
I see.
if they've got light, you can see from a distance, yeah. I don't want
And
to leave you.
it's-
I don't want to leave
Like,
you out.
is there a moon or something? Like, is there?
Kind of.
Well, there always is when Charity's around.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Just
Look,
the,
it can be. I mean, it's not pitch blackness. It is
Yeah,
twilight. It's just that Charity will struggle because Charity doesn't have dark vision.
but that's fine.
But he can be quiet, so that's
But-
like,
He just can't see
Quiet.
color in the dark.
Well, he can make out shapes, and that's sort of about it. Whereas those of you with dark vision can at least make out what creatures are within your 60-foot distance.
It's very hard to tell Baron and a Frost Giant apart. Sorry.
well, you're more often
I'm
strapped to a
not sure.
Baron than a Frost Giant.
Yeah.
Only-
Just
only a bit.
go for my scent.
I heard goat for my scent.
I mean, good. That'll do too. Follow the smell.
Alright, so
Right.
we'll sleep again, Andrew.
Yes, I will do that again to refresh spells. Though I might actually first just get you to roll your staying awake. So if we go with,
yes.
who is it, Narok,
That'll be a thing, won't it?
Barrett, Terity, Dahlgren.
Well, there's Naz's roll.
Tired of this staying awake.
Smashed it. So maybe Dahlgren, do you want to make a perception check?
I can try. At least this one has a plus sign next to it. That helps.
Yes, you wake up at the time you should be watching, and you find, and it's not an unusual sight, Terity asleep,
Yes, he's getting teabagged.
muttering something about Percy the Pain Train, and you sort of think, we left Percy a long time ago, but still fast asleep. So, I presume you'll do your watch, which you stay awake for.
And if you look carefully, you'll see a tear that had rolled out the corner of Terity's eye that crystallizes in the cold.
Oh,
Matic.
how sad.
Could be something for a spell component. You might want to keep that.
Or the tears of an angel.
Yeah.
God, Cole. Oh, you killed me. That was quick.
I said I do my best work when I'm not here. No,
Ears of a grapefruit.
All right, so you make your way back again. I guess you just have to consider what order you are doing things, and again, if there's any light sources you're bringing, how far D-Door actually works, whether you're casting silence or when.
900 feet.
Yeah, okay, so that's not going to be a problem.
oh shit. So we can like D-door to the front door. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm doing the exact same setup as what we did for the wolf thing.
Yep, all good. So for the rest of you guys, that means I think Terity's going to do some of Terity's spells, D-Door you effectively to the front, and then would I be correct that Dahlgren is going to cast silence?
Yep, but I'll do bull strength just before that again.
Understood. And then you'll have this stone of silence, and you will be at effectively the front door,
How long does haste?
or the front area, which I will...
Per round. The good thing about a potion of haste is there's no verb.
Exactly, hence why there's, but I keep forgetting that I need to code it, because I know there's all this other shit that happens with haste.
Yeah, didn't I give you the code for it?
Yeah, but I
Hang on
didn't
a sec.
do it. I don't think I did, hang on. It's been like 2 weeks, I'm lucky to remember my name. Haste potion. Yeah, hang on. Okay. Attack 1, AC 1, dodge 1, reflect 1. Alright, cool. You did, and I love you for it, thank you.
Lovely.
Please continue.
Okay, you were deed-ored a short few steps away from, and I've just moved you up, a colossal stone edifice that appears to be sculptured from living rock. Stairs ascend between massive columns, each carved in the form of a frost giant from a previous age. And you go up the stairs to a portico where 3 sets of double doors are set in the southern face of the structure where you are. And you would know from looking before that there are additional columns that flank the east and west sides. So that is what you can see at the moment.
Ooh. Okay.
The doors in front of you are clearly made of stone. And you would expect that, given it is a temple for giants, that the ceilings are going to be fairly high, like about 20 feet.
Is there any light leakage from around the doors from inside, possibly?
Could make a perception check.
Excellent. I can do this because I know where that is, and I'm just going to keep talking until I find it. There we go.
And anyone with knowledge religion can make a knowledge religion check. And yes, Narok, you can absolutely point that out to everyone else.
Cool. There's light coming from inside. See the leaking just there, and there. Shoddy workmanship because it wasn't done by dwarves. Hashtag.
Is that a halfie saying that dwarfs are good?
Playing with rocks.
Now let me
Well, I guess when
see.
you're saying that the frost giants were bad with vision, so I guess it makes sense they got lights on.
Yes, that's right.
That's what I was hoping. If the lights weren't on, no one would be home. But
Then we could have stealthed in and waited for them to come home.
This is true. This is very true.
But then where would the fun be in that?
Distinctly. No.
Terry, did that actually get sent to you with your knowledge religion roll?
Yes, I got sent.
Just realised the wallpaper is where we are.
It's actually a good 3D map to sort of get a bit of, because they're so, well, they're not different. Well, they are different, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm going to stop using words. Failing.
Whereas I'll start to use words of the written kind, and I write down in brief. This used to be a temple of Parnaby, but is no longer. Unsure what is now.
It would be a temple of that other guy that the wolves don't like.
Are you
Wouldn't it?
pulling out parchment and writing that down?
And I would say Terry has done a great effort with enough light leakage that Terry can discern this and write this down on parchment.
Oh, that's right. We're in silence, aren't we?
Yep.
I'll start communicating in semaphore then.
Non-binary 1100.
Yeah.
Did you say non-binary?
I did.
I like that. Yeah. I am
It'd be
going
0000.
I was just thinking of like non-binary. It's like, okay, so what? Communication flexible.
Yeah. It reminds me. One of my favourite joke is there are 10 types of people in the world: those who understand binary and those who don't. There's some nerd humour for you.
Yep, it's recorded for the ages.
Yep, love it.
Well, I assume I look at Narok expectantly.
He goes to undo his pants. Oh, and like raises his finger like, nope, and gives like no doodle points at his doodle and points at him, and
No
points
dicking around.
Yeah, exactly. And then once moves over to doors at this end, and basically gives them a bit of a push to see if they. He wants to have a look to see if they go in or out, like pull open or push in, or do they go both ways? Giggity.
I think they would seem to. They possibly do, but they certainly should go in. But you exert a bit of pressure and they're not moving.
Exert more
pressure.
That'd be a
You could make a strength check.
Yep. Pachow, baby.
Well, obviously you're giving the facial expressions as if you're really putting it out there.
Yep.
Oh, now Terry drops his pants.
But that's effectively what you got, Narok.
Well, looking at that, and given that I've got 24 strength at the moment, I can give that a go.
Wave people over and take a 5-foot step back to make room and give the swipe. Use my right hand and sort of wave them forward to the door, insinuating to go do something. He fucking can't.
I'll have a go, Andrew.
Do with the two of you. Is this the highest?
I'll probably make it worse.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. Sorry, I've got Dahlgren there. Dahlgren, yes. You would almost feel with your dwarven knowledge that these doors are probably barred from the other side, which is obviously making it much more difficult. Clearly, they're made out of stone, which would make them quite difficult to get through.
Yeah, it's difficult when there's no Bolo in the party.
Yes. That's true. And for those who don't know, Bolo was Brett's character who loved breaking through doors. He did also die about 6 times in one night, which is a record that I've never seen broken by anyone else.
And the funny thing is, that's not actually a joke.
No.
Oh.
It's amazing.
And then he never died again.
Yeah. Yeah, he became good at getting buffed.
So people were preempting him dying.
Well, there was just a chick in the party that was very willing to buff him. So.
Yep. She fell in love with Bolo, and Bolo went, "F you! I'm going to sleep with this genie."
Yeah. Well, when you got a chance to marry a hot genie, yeah.
Genie
These are
didn't
the
want
days
her
of
around
our
to keep you
glory.
alive.
Love it. Okay.
Check the next door.
Yeah, pretty much. I think.
So, Narok, that one you're in front of, you'll find the same thing.
All right. Run away down to this one.
You would find that you would need to make a strength check, at least. You find the door moves in. Clearly not barred. I will open it up for you.
What the?
Oh, what?
It's a killer moth. Brilliant.
It's just a thing on the ground.
You know, Narok hates bugs.
Anyone with knowledge religion can certainly make a roll.
That's a bug. He hates bugs.
I know nothing.
So we're now in an 80s sci-fi horror film.
Yes. A brundlefly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will, so Charity and Dahlgren, there you go. That's what you would know from what you can see, but I will also say this spacious main chamber occupies most of the building, or clearly it does. The floor is white stone inlaid with countless small coloured tiles forming a mosaic of an immense black fly with the symbol of a skull on its back. Unlike other locales in the village that you've visited, The walls here are draped in dark red velvet, except for the double doors that are noted on the map. A series of steps along both sides of the north wall leads to a raised platform where a larger-than-life portrait hangs depicting a beautiful nude woman who is skeletal from the waist down and brandishes a large scythe, standing against the background of a moonlit starry night. Somewhat fairly odd. There are candelabras adjacent to the lower steps that illuminate the room.
I'm getting a very Silence of the Lambs feel in this room.
I think we should go in and have a look, because that's funny. Narok will more than... No, so he can't really see. So he'll go through to this corner.
Let me see.
Hang on, I need to move the thing up. Okay. So it stairs up to a raised dais. So
Just for the three of you, Barrett, you may be lucky enough that you haven't yet walked in. If the three of you can make will saves other than Barrett, so Terity, Narok, and Dahlgren.
I'm pretty sure I can.
This is what we're here for. Failing saves.
Mm-hmm. Roll.
You feel as if you've walked through some sort of magical barrier almost, and Terity and Dahlgren, you sort of feel that this symbol of the fly seems to have been burnt into your hands. And each of you can make a percentile roll.
Ooh.
Narok saved.
In the tower or on the door?
Oh, it doesn't really matter for this one because you don't yet know what's going to happen. So.
Oh, 0-1. That's got to be something fun.
That's cool, man. I've never seen a one rolled. Well done.
No.
That's rad.
Does that also count as a crit fail?
Insta die.
It still doesn't beat the consecutive 24s that I rolled.
That was on another system, wasn't it?
No, it was FGU. Oh, no, actually, no. It was roll 20, I think. Yeah.
You know, miraculously enough, you would say, yep, gee, I wonder what that was about. And as to Narok, you don't even think anything because you don't have a mark and nothing's happened other than you felt a little bit of this barrier. But hey, Narok, nothing more needs to happen. But after that, you see a figure stepping out from the painting.
But you effectively, you mean we failed successfully? Is the upshot of that?
Dahlgren and Terity have failed, but whatever happens, there's been nothing that is of any discernible difference at this point in time.
Have we both got the mark still?
Yep.
I hold it up to show the other two and point to it.
Oh, dude.
So this figure is the skeletal one from the waist down that steps out.
Oh, damn, girl.
Way down though, so.
Yeah, lucky Narok's a boob guy.
Still plenty you can do.
And certainly seems to say something about defilers here in the temple of Urigathoa. You will join the rest of my undead army.
And we're like, I turn and make the hand gesture like, what? What did you say? I couldn't hear any of it.
Absolutely, that's right. You're quite correct. You can't hear anything. But you do notice that a cold, clawing miasma of greasy darkness descends over you all, including Barrett, and you will need to make will saves.
Be like a good miasma.
I could learn a thing or two from this chick.
Sorry, will save, you say?
Will save.
Yeah, I think she could cut things off quite quickly with that right arm, though.
Would be the nastiest reach around.
So who have I got left? Oh, Barrett.
There it is.
Garantino.
This isn't against fear, is it?
No. It is effectively unholy damage that is done to you.
Oh,
She's very holy, though.
it's unfriendly.
Now I am guessing that, and really, this is one of those combats where this is a fairly difficult thing to happen. So let me just roll the dice.
Oh, dear.
Oh no.
So 24. So other than Dahlgren, the three of you, if you could please add on 24 damage.
Ow.
Dahlgren, you take only 12 damage. However,
Shit.
if other than Dahlgren, the other three could add the sickened effect to their characters.
How do I do that?
Top right hand effects button.
Effects.
Yeah.
And grab. Do you just grab it and drag it, or?
Yep, onto your combat tracker.
Oh, so Naroke's now second.
Open the combat tracker. Sitting. No, I like sitting.
So all it really does is, I think it's a -2 on attacks or something like that.
That's not.
So this is because this clawing miasma of unholiness has deeply affected you, and it indeed causes a -2 to attack rolls, weapon damage, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks.
So
How?
Terity, Naroke, and Barrent are all. Do we visit? Can I look at Barrent and Terity and think
Yeah, absolutely.
they look
Yep.
sick? They look really
Yep.
fucked.
Whereas Dahlgren remains this beaming channel of light.
Not even in the room.
Yes, the cloud extended out through the doors.
I did close the door when we came in.
not with Barrett out on the other side.
No, it was a bit drafty outside, so it was.
Naroke,
So
what would you like to do?
Are we in bullet time?
Yes.
Do we roll initiative or?
Oh, good point. Yeah, I've just run off and you're at the top because your name's at the top. No, good. Roll away.
There was just I didn't know if.
Yeah, no. I just honestly had assumed I'd already got you to roll. Just
Well, it's
bloody
gonna
lucky
turn out
that
it's Naroke's anyway.
Naroke, you can go.
All right, so Naroke is going to pull a potion from his belt pouch and quaff it, and it's a potion of remove sickness.
Okay.
Nice.
So,
You can remove the effect.
Andrew, I'd like to try and dive in between and take the potion.
You're a bit far away. If you're serious though, you can. Well, I don't know whether you can. You can't
I'm
interrupt.
flat-footed.
Just
Well, you
grapple
got-
his tongue.
Charity, you got dark vision on anyway, so what do you
Oh, is
complain
it
about?
still on? It's an effect that needs. I can't remove it, Andrew. You'll have to.
I would turn it.
Where is this crazy woman?
She's disappeared.
Okay.
In fact, Bless is still on, but I don't know whether that's functioning. Is Bless still on?
No.
Bless shouldn't be in effect.
Off.
Thank you.
So,
In fact, I will do that. I think I'll have to do it because Dahlgren had done it, so I will turn it just off.
and can you
On.
get rid of my iron beard as well, please? For some reason, I can't get rid of it.
Probably because someone else has put it on, which would be.
Thank you, sir. Much obliged.
And I'll see if Barrett has. In fact, Barrett has prone on, which I might just remove. Less off. Okay. I think that's. Oops. All good.
But the only
are
one
you-
remaining sick is Terity.
No, I don't think we've got to Barrett. Barrett is also sick.
Oh, Baron.
Naroki, you moving?
I was going to say, I've taken one potion. I've pulled a potion out and quaffed it. Can I pull another potion out of my pouch and throw it to Terity?
I think the throwing would effectively be a standard action. If he was next to you, it'd be different. But you can pull another potion out if you wish.
All right, so I'll pull a potion out in my hand, look at Terity, and
Then give him the finger and, you know.
give him the nod, and then pass the turn on.
As a free action, I'd like to take my 6 words. Okay, done.
Well, you're in a silent zone.
That's why I didn't say anything. That, the humorous.
Very well done, Michael.
I will 5, 10, 15, 20. Collect said potion, and if I'm allowed, chug on it whilst making eye
You've
contact
done
with Narok.
Move action, chug away. I don't even know what it is, but
Remove sickness.
yep.
Add 2.
Lovely. Thank you.
Well, I don't have 3, but I thought you might be able to use it better.
Definitely. Baron, he's fine.
Barrent.
I don't have anything to make me better.
I hold my
So-
hands out to give him a hug.
Just think of your
Well,
happy place.
The door's still closed, so I'm going to open the door. I go, excuse me, this is fucked.
But we
Does
can't
it-
hear any of it. Sad.
Oh,
Andrew,
I'm just.
Yeah.
the lighting has dropped into...
Yeah. No, I was just trying to get it to work for Barrent, but it could just be because he's outside of the building.
Oh, there we are. Look, there's.
Okay, so Barrent, as you've come through, can you make a will save, please?
Oh God.
Oh, kick the guy while he's down.
I did
I'm
tell
already
him,
feeling queasy.
but he didn't listen.
He didn't hear.
Okay, if you could make a percentile roll, please.
I don't want to.
Correct answer.
Come on, really low. Hey, nice.
You notice you have the mark of a black fly on your hand, but you can do what you intended to do.
I, in fact, just. So, where is this person in the room? Or is there anyone in here?
Yeah, Andrew just hadn't put the token on.
Oh, okay.
It's there, and it is
Okay.
visible, I think. Let
Can't see anything.
me just move Barrent up and see whether does that change anything.
No.
No.
No. No.
All right, does that
there we
change
are.
anything?
Yes,
Yep.
she's there now.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I
My incompetence.
No,
I
it was-
look at the fly on the back of my hand, and I immediately turn it around and stick my finger up at this witch. How far away is she? Is it control? How do I control shift? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Just the left click, I think. And is it left click?
That's
and
all
you
right.
can
85 foot. So I'm going to cast
double click. Sorry.
pyrotechnic eruption on her
Nice.
Oh,
as I can.
Yeah. No, I won't say anything.
If I'm doing something wrong, you tell me.
I just haven't dismissed the silence yet.
Oh, that's all right then.
That
does
is
that
true.
mean I can't cast it?
if
No,
it's a verbal
Yeah,
spell.
if it's got a
a
verbal
supernatural
component,
power, he can do it.
It's
Alright,
no,
cool.
it's evocation
Yeah.
fire.
Does it have an SU next to it, or is it an SP?
It has fire next to it.
Awesome. Neither. It has fire.
Yeah, it's just fire. I don't know.
It's really if you can sort of do it by just thinking about it or making some movements, but you
yeah, it's an innate ability. Yeah, it might not be a spell.
No,
That's-
it's not. It's not. It's a spell.
yeah okay. Well then that's probably going to be limiting.
It's more than likely got a verbal component.
Yeah, probably.
Whimsical.
It's got components V, S, and M.
Yeah, V.
Okay. Oh, that's verbal.
Yeah. Verbal, somatic, and what was the other one?
Material.
Material, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, then no, I don't cast that.
Yeah, you would know not to cast it.
Yeah. Then I'm just going to move. I'm just going to run at her. So I've moved 10. All right. That'll do.
So dismiss the silence.
That's a full round action.
Dismissing.
Sorry, it's what is it? It's a standard action, I think.
No. Dismissing.
Yeah.
You sure?
You have a look.
I'd have to, read up.
It's a standard action that doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I stand corrected. Did Baron still look sick on the way past?
Aye.
Yes.
So I guess I wouldn't be able to do a heal check from here to determine whether or not it is effectively disease or poison. I suppose it wouldn't be poison. Yeah. Anyway,
No, you would not look, Dolgren. You would know. Let's assume you know the spell was Unholy Blight, so it is a spell effect. It is effectively unholy energy that has caused it.
I'm just trying to work out if I've got a spell that can do something about it, like remove disease. But I don't know if that would work.
No, I'm just you would need remove curse.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah. See
But
check and tell me. Yeah.
But the sickness effect is ameliorated by sickness removing things. So it's not a disease, but you can obviously use a sickness type. So there are a variety of different potions that can help at least mollify the effect.
Right. So what I will do is what's my movement? 20. Oh, okay. So you said it took a standard action to dismiss, so I can't actually cast anything then.
Well, you're still in. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Standard action. The silence is now gone.
All right. So I can only do a standard move then. 10. So I'll move to there, and that'll be me. Oh, I'm still under control of Dex, am I? Am I?
No, I was just clicking. They're just on the combat tracker. I should potentially remove them. Okay, well, let's see. She shoots something out at you, Baron. If you could make a will save, please.
Not again.
You feel that there's some magic that has. That is not good.
Look, it's going to go either way.
You feel you are held in place, paralyzed. In fact,
No, this is not a good start.
That's what I can sort out.
Hey.
Righty ho.
What you calling me?
I'm going to chuck some flame and fucking.
Right-handed hoe.
Okay, there's that. I'm not that. Okay, cool. Awesome sauce. So Narok's going to do Naroki things and try and take 3 Hail Marys at her. Oh, that's disgusting. 2 misses and a hit, possibly?
1 hit.
Yeah. Oops, cool. And that'll be his game.
Charity, can you make a percentile roll, please?
Can I ever?
I forgot to call her my quarry. Dipshit.
Carry on as you wish.
All right. So I'm held in place.
You
Like,
are
is it-
held in place, but
Just physically?
sorry,
Like just my feet, or am I like able to move still?
no, you are not. But
Right, I'm coming to unparalyze you.
yes, okay. Well, we can. Yep. So, Barrett, though I am happy to release Dex to you and have you enter as Dex. But it sounds like you're about to be unparalyzed anyway. Up to you, Dave. If you want to just bring Dex in, I'm happy for that. If you want to do that.
All right, bring him in.
So just jump back to characters and select Dex and Moto.
How do I jump back to characters? Oh god. Oh, there we go. Can do. All right.
Just
Right.
I'm hoping
All
I
right.
deleted the wrong one. I think I've got you there.
Yeah, I'm gonna run after him.
You're getting the voice absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I thought so.
As if he was
All
here.
right.
It's frighteningly close.
It's scary. I'm going to have nightmares.
We'll get to Dex's go. So I will move you on to at least Dahlgren.
Yep, so I'll cast Remove Paralysis on Barrett, and because I'm only targeting Barrett, it just automatically gets paralysis removed.
That's what
That's
I like.
me.
Take Dex however you'd like to take him.
All right.
I'm behind.
Well, he's not going to be. What can he do? What can he do? Spring attack? No, right. Smash. What does that do? Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, I have no idea what I'm doing.
He has a crossbow he can fire, but when he's outside 30 feet, he won't get sneak attack. He's normally in there with his weapons if he gets in there.
Yeah,
close.
that's the plan. He's going to move up. Actually, he's going to move into there to stick him behind these two guys. And that'll be both moves. I think now he's still too far out, isn't he?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I'll just move on.
Sorry, I'll just move on.
So does Aaron get the delay, or is he?
No, Barrett just has to wait. That's right. He just has to wait for his next go. So, but this creature is. I wonder whether I roll that. I think I can actually target Terity at least. I can't target Terity because there are multiple Terities.
Yes, there are.
Let's target Dahlgren. Oops, wrong person. There we go. So you, Dahlgren, see a crackling missile of darkness spring from the unholy symbol on this creature, and it is attempting to hit you. And it is a ranged touch attack. So I'm going to guess that there's every chance it will have hit, given it will have got 11. So maybe not. Is 11 a ranged touch hit on you? Dahlgren, that's you, Brett.
Oh, sorry. What was it?
Ranged touch. So touch attack 11.
11. Nope. Missed by 1.
Yeah. You know, I realise this creature just shouldn't be using that spell. But anyway, it looked good. Narok.
Narok will do Narok things. He'll also, as it's one of his, what do you call it, abilities now, he can call and identify an enemy as a quarry. So he points at her and like looks at her with extreme prejudicial, tendencies, and then fires some extra arrows. Well, not extra, but he hopefully will make a small difference by calling her his quarry.
Is this where you say, I'm coming for you?
Just mouths bitch.
Yeah, hit, and hit.
Nice. So we're going to go that one, and that one. And take a 5-foot step, because, why not?
Charity.
Wow. 1 and 1. That's really shit.
Percentage roll?
Yeah, you need it. So I actually should have done it for Dahlgren before, but you will need it. Yep, all good.
So I will... cast... spell... Oh. Yeah, that spell. Do I understand what's going on with my person at the moment?
You feel there's some magical effect associated with this, but it doesn't seem to have manifested itself.
But for some reason I saw Barrett just stop, so yeah.
Oh, no, you could make a spellcraft roll for that. Absolutely.
Okay. Incoming.
You would think it was a hold person spell.
Okay.
But Baron is no longer held, courtesy of Holgren.
Then I'll change my mind and cast that on myself. Did that apply? Did not. Oh, that's because of the target. Oh, because it can't be in it. Anyway, I'll do that. And then I move.
Alright. Well,
Yes, you are now able to move, Barrett. However, you would need to make a percentile roll.
of course I will. Ooh. Is that better? Is that okay? Am I still
I don't think it actually rolled. The last thing oh no, you're rolling as Dex. Sorry. Yep.
Oh.
No, all good, Baron. Keep going as normal.
Sorry, I don't know how to make it not.
No, that's yeah. No, I that was my own confusion.
Alright. Alright, well, first up, I'm gonna... because I can't get to her all the way and attack. So I'm going to cast Pyrotechnic Eruption. Pyrotechnic Erection on her.
Yes, so you would want her to make a save.
I will.
I will.
I will. Yep. Oh no. Oh, don't do that.
And what's the DC?
16.
Well, that
No,
is
reflex.
Oh, not will.
No, it's not will. It's a reflex save. Sorry.
Sorry, you will, but she'll reflex. Yes. Okay. No, understood. Yep. Yep. That certainly affects her.
Good. Good. All right.
She erupts in flame.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right. All right.
Then it's Dahlgren, who will need a percentage roll. Sorry, Dahlgren.
Here I was. I think
Powers
I was
managed
scot-free.
Yes. And you indeed decide to do nothing.
I disbelieve.
Yes, it does not quite
Right.
work.
What I'm gonna do now, is I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna sit here behind Batman and just wait for my turn again. Leave Batman in front.
Dude,
Sounds
can you
about right.
do me a favour? Never change. Just be
I
you.
couldn't even if I wanted to.
No, I'm in awe. I thought he was here again.
It's eerie, isn't it?
I'm not going to be able to sleep well tonight because of it.
I'll be watching you.
Oh, I'm going to sleep well now.
Takes a 5-foot step and unleashes a scepter and great claw on you, Barrett. But that would look like a whole trifecta of misses.
That's what I like to see.
Rogue.
He has so much success, he will just do what he does. I'm joking. Ah, balls.
Miss, and hit.
Oh, okay. Better than punching the dude. Oh, that's pretty horrible. And 5-foot step because, you know, we can.
Charity, you would need a percentile roll.
Yeah.
Is she giant?
In fact, she is, and Charity, yes, you can do what you need to do. She sort of looks like a giant, but is perhaps no longer a real giant.
All right.
Ah, okay.
Have you just hasted all of your images? No, you actually have hasted your images and everyone else.
Yep.
Really?
Except for, I couldn't get Dahlgren and Narok. Too far. Now these squares, 5-foot squares with the steps.
Yeah. Yes, they are. Now, yep, no, understood. Barrett.
All right. Well, so first up, she takes.
Yep. Is there any will? Is it a reflex save each round?
A reflex save each round, yeah. For half damage.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yes.
Alright, so-
Done.
All right. I'll take a 5-foot step.
Do I need to? Oh, Barrett. Actually, I'm sorry. I need to do you with a reflex save as every percentile dice.
Percentile?
Apologies. Yep.
Oh, that's not good.
You feel like doing nothing else, but your spell continues to work.
Fine.
Dahlgren, you need a percentile roll.
Oh, I need a good one. I mean, spinner. 60.
You also feel like doing nothing else.
Good for nothing, lazy bastards.
Look, this is just a perfect time to just sit back and enjoy the ride.
Dex.
All right. I'm assuming I have to do a percentile dice as well.
No, you managed to avoid what went
Like
on.
anything to say.
Oh, that's likely. All right. All right. I'm gonna fire at her with my crossbow. Wait. Yeah, I've got her targeted. Do I get 2 shots with it? I do. Look at this. Watch
are
this,
hasted.
fuckers. What?
I think you do.
Look at that. That's shit. All right.
It's a miss
You
and
get a
miss.
third shot though at your
I
highest
got a
base
third
attack
shot.
limit.
I got another shot. That's also shit.
Oh
That's a
god!
hit.
Oh, that is it. That's a hit. Yeah.
That's a
That's
hit.
exactly what you needed.
Does that mean that I'm-
creature?
How do I do sneak attack? Is it still sneak attack? I don't know.
For it to be a sneak attack, you have to make the stealth check to successfully hide behind Barrett first, so that
Oh, I
you
should have done
then.
that. Shit, if only I knew how to play this bloody character.
Sorry.
What's my role?
That's all right.
again?
Who am I? What do I do?
What am I supposed to be doing? Alright.
I never found myself.
Can I roll?
Let's assume you did the stealth check, Tex. Make the roll. Let's make the roll now and see if you were successful.
Oh, I think I'm stealthy.
I think yeah, probably stealthy. So let's add the sneak attack damage,
Yeah.
which I think is just. I think it's 6 dice 6. You can just roll the 6
Jesus
dice.
Christ.
6. How do I roll 6 of them? It lets me roll 5 or 10.
No,
Michael, click on
Yeah,
it.
you left click and hold the single D6 and right tap the right mouse button to add more.
Ah. Hell? So hold left click and then right click.
Okay.
I get it.
Alright. That wasn't as shit as I thought. Alright,
Now,
do I have to roll stealth again to
Stealth?
see if I stay stealthy?
Let's just assume you've put the creature to rest.
Oh, well, that worked pretty well there.
Fucking stole me kill.
Stole your kill?
he stole my kill is what he did.
It's not my fault.
Fight! Just a verbal fight will do. Fight.
I love the fact that Dex has stepped in, stolen a kill for about 5 minutes work.
Unbelievable.
It was worth it. That was very entertaining.
Fucking
What
little
an
people.
absolute trollop he is.
What are you calling me, Barrett?
Starts reloading his crossbow.
We now
The
need to have
creature
a.
failed both its reflex saves against the pyrotechnic explosion.
Oh,
Oh,
nice work.
You see, I did do something, you tiny little bit.
It's not my fault. I
Um,
just finished it off.
Sorry,
You
losing
need
my
to-
mind here.
you seriously need to be. We need to do another podcast. And I just want to hear you two argue.
Alright.
All right,
Argue, we said.
I'm in if you're in.
No, fuck you. Wait, which one of us is Scottish?
All right.
This creature lies on the ground. You see, certainly it would appear to be some undead type of creature, a horrible priestess of Urugathoa. And indeed, you realise that it had a stone that seemed to be circling around its head that has fallen to the ground, a pink and green spear. It has a lovely looking ring, a rather lovely looking scepter, and a scroll that pokes out from its belt.
Should we put all that stuff into the bag of holding and look at it later, so we can continue to ensure that this place is empty?
Aye.
So shall it be.
Okay,
So it is written.
I'm just typing in the non-ID name so that they'll actually mean something to you. That one's done. In fact, I will assume, though, that you can just... Okay, that one already has one done. And hopefully this one does as well. But it doesn't. All right. Only one of them does. Yes, I will assume I will put them in the party fun, noting that you have this massive bag of holding, or Dahlgren does, that the stuff can go in. Yeah.
I just had a look in the party sheet, and would anyone be mad if I took this Greater Beard of Thermir?
No.
It's a helmet that gives me even more intimidation.
It's pretty handy, yeah. I think they were concerned that it also can make you sort of pass off as a frost giant, but just in your normal dwarvish configuration, that may not really, it might be a bit too easy for people to work out you're not actually a frost giant.
I can always make myself bigger.
Yes, that is true.
We could start like a legacy. It could be a frost giant turned toenail collector. A thing to scare small frost giant children.
I can be like Joseph in his Technicolor nail coat. Just twirling.
Now,
Cutting
you
people.
do find that those of you with the fly symbol on do struggle to focus. So every now and again you just stand there and sort of think, I don't know what I'm doing, and you just stay still. And other times you can act normally.
That's just me normally.
So Dex and Narok don't have this effect, but the Barrent, Terity, and Dahlgren still do.
Oh, fucking great.
It's effectively we're just randomly doing nothing.
It's just it. I mean, I'm not going to bother with the percentile roll unless you're an initiative, but that's
All right. Narok's going to lead us through the chosen door.
Which door are we going through, Rogue? I'm with you. I'll follow you anywhere. As long as you keep tearing at other people's asses.
Oh, he's taking me job.
I swear to God, I'm going to have to go on mute because I'm going to get a laugh like the rest of the session. Oh, we've only got 7 minutes. I can hold it together.
it's true.
So you can hold it together.
I can't hold it together for 7 minutes. Jesus.
It is a bit of a tall ask.
Yeah. Be lucky for 3.
Stop laughing at him. He's just asking for more attention.
Narok is going to try and look at that door there and see if
Okay.
he can open it.
Yep. Yep. Open it up.
I'm just going to stand back here just in case, all right? Right, all right?
Get off me,
Yeah, all right.
Andrew.
Where even are you?
Under you.
Terity.
Yeah, under
What?
you. I mean,
Terity is still invisible from what I would consider. Just Narok, as you walk in there, you will see
Oh, Jesus
you
Christ.
open the door.
He opens the door from here.
But as you, I think you're up against the door to open it up.
All right, so I'm thrusting at the door.
But all of you get this sickly, sweet smell of blood and viscera that's virtually overpowering, except for maybe Terity. A long, giant-sized table rests against the west wall. A partially devoured human corpse lies on top of the table, like a meal to be served, complete with apple jammed in its mouth. The floor near the body is sticky with blood, and elsewhere there are hides and furs on the floor. You see a giant, not a frost giant, but somewhat similar, kneeling down, appearing to pray, while also eating chunks off this corpse.
So I'm just going to put the second effect back on.
No, I think Terity probably, the sweet smell of blood and viscera, it's probably your thing. But as to, I think Barrent is still sickened. I don't think you had cured him being sickened.
Yeah, mate, he's fucking sick still.
And if you can roll initiative, but you will all get a surprise round because I I can say what you don't know is this room is effectively soundproofed, so this giant had no idea what was going on.
Andrew, how many rounds has it been to this point from the last combat? Considering we just collected everything and got shot down.
Yeah. Look, I think you've possibly done 5 rounds, but from when you cast Greater Invisibility, it might be some deal less than that. It wasn't many.
Yeah.
1, 2,
So
3,
about
4.
half
It
through.
really was about yeah.
About 6 rounds and then it's gone.
So Dex, you get to go first. You notice this giant seems surprised, which would mean if you're within 30 feet, you would get your sneak attack bonus irrespective of.
Well, I'm not. Can I take a step? Can I take a 5-foot step? That'll put me in 30 foot.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's take a 5-foot step. Yeah.
5-foot step. That's what they call me. 5-foot step, Dex. All right. I'm gonna fire at him with my crossbow then.
Why not make it the Dex show?
Oh, why not roll? Oh, look at that. I did something.
I think that's because it. Why did it
critical
roll?
confirmed.
Oh, crit not confirmed.
It says confirmed at the bottom.
No,
I don't know,
I think that's crit not confirmed. It's still a hit, so it's a hit, miss, but crit not confirmed. Oh, sorry, you'd only get 1 attack anyway, but it's the crit one which at least hit. So you get your normal roll plus your 6d6. Because it's a surprise round, you only get to move or standard action or move.
Sorry.
No, all good. Okay, what's that? Another thing. 1. Yep. Okay. Have I indeed even got something? So, in fact, this is what this figure looks like.
That's about right.
Didn't we already
So
kill him?
it's not towering, but you can see it would be a towering, lean figure, hairless and smooth, milky white skin, and a scythe that gleams in its hands. Or on its lap.
Random. Narok will move into the corner, so he's not blocking anyone, and that would pretty much be his go because he had to move.
Yep,
5,
that's
10. Yep.
Dahlgren.
Do I have freedom of movement now?
Oh yeah, look, let's assume this round. Next round, I'll worry about the 50%.
Alright.
So it's just you get either a standard action or a move because it's a surprise round.
Yeah. I think I'm going to cast. Can I incorporate a 5-foot step in a standard action? I can't remember.
Yes, no. For this round, we can for this surprise. Just because we wanted Dex to have as much air time as possible.
Alright, so I'll cast Protection from Evil on Baron.
Okay.
Hey, thank you.
That's alright.
That is it for Dahlgren.
Yeah, are you right to handle the bonuses and stuff you get for Protection from Evil?
No, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay.
We'll remember because at the end of this round we'll stop the surprise round anyway. So Barrett, you get either a standard action or a move.
Well, I don't think I can do anything other than move, so I'm just going to run in. As well he should.
Yep.
All right.
So just remember you got a +2 to AC.
And he will get because he's a giant.
Because he is a giant, that is very true.
Save.
He gets 19.
Aw, fine.
Charity.
Let's damn it, can't quite get there. 15, 20. There's a double move.
We can't double move because it's just a surprise round, so you just get the...
Yeah. Sorry.
All good. Well, this giant thinks, who are these upstarts? And really, because it's surprise, doesn't get to do it. So we will start next week with Dex at the top of a full initiative round.
No, well, hopefully Brett will be back, so I don't have to talk like this.
No, Brett's playing Dahlgren next week as well.
Am I?
And we can just pretty much get rid of Barrett, I think.
I have to be able to talk to each other, though.
That's true.
Thank you very much, Brett.
Yeah, no worries.
Thanks for coming along.
It's been fun.
And